Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after an exciting Erangel game where we're going to Miramar next to see how it will work out. And what I love about this more than anything is they all just worked out what's going on in Erangel, and now we don't get to see till tomorrow how it will actually play out. And then we go to two Sanok games to end today with. Can MOOPHEUS continue their dominance? There's so many storylines with this now. What's important is the standings after game one. Now, it doesn't mean everything, but let's just say Milky Way, 29 points in one game. Guys, we were just talking to the Russian commentators on Twitter about this. Someone go on the PEL_Esports channel, look at the comments that we've put under there. Who do you think is going to get more than 19 points or 19 kills in one game?
I don't think it's possible.
I've said, I'll come out and say it publicly now here as well.
Okay.
I reckon the team to do it will be a 20-plus game from Milky Way.
No, I think it'd be Tornado Energy.
Oh, you're all right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Tornado, I've got Milky Way. Let's see what the Russian boys have. And there you go, you guys watching, you guys who love all of this PUBG action, get involved as well at PEL_Esports. You can see our tweets underneath him.
I'll tell you what, for the only Erangel game of the day, Milky Way surely made it count. But this is Miramar. This is where different map, different looting spots. And we talked about how, like, you know, how teams might look to react against each other, especially if they did drop in the same location in their separate groups. Los Leones, Jokers, and InsideGames. The reason why that's okay is because we talked about how Los Leones is easily able to hold two squads. Jokers, and I forget exactly who it was in Group B, was able to hold Los Leones, but InsideGames was the only team that held on to it. So it's an easy spot for these two teams.
Oh, I wish people could see my face right now. I am excited because we could end up with an island game. It's very unlikely, but give me the islands, please. Please, just...
It's not going to be an island finish.
There has been one of these games, right?
Okay.
And the whole of the PUBG community on Twitter, I think it was a PEL game.
Okay.
And everyone lost their minds. I am dreaming that I get one of them, right? Cormac, you could even just sit back and just let me commentate the whole thing. I will create the story of them going through the trenches, swimming, diving their way through, getting killed in the water and drowning with no chance to fight back. Madness everywhere.
I just sit back and watch it and be like, yeah.
What is going on?
Speaks for itself.
So Eastern Circle, 2 islands included, plenty of teams not towards the east.
Yeah.
PGA team. Okay, so here we go. Either Milky Way. If you guys are looking at the map stream again, you know we like to include you in our little adventures we talk about here. Both PGA team and Milky Way have both got quick options if they want to go to the island. Now, we didn't get the island finish last season, but Avangar, team I know and love.
Yeah.
These guys decided to jump on the boat and take the islands before anyone else could have a chance. And what they did there was just, oh, there we go. Okay. And the Unity, this is the second time now, lads. This is not what you want to see. Really quick first kill coming in. Nicely done for the MOOPHEUS. No problem at all. Now, going back to those two lovely islands, what they did was keep 2 players on island and 2 players off. Yeah. And so they were able to then protect them as they wanted to get the rest of them over when it didn't go to island. But had it gone to island, they would have been geniuses. They would have just slaughtered everyone that came to them.
It's
a big risk.
I don't disagree with. I actually don't, because when you think about it, like, Miramar is... You see a lot of teams will go for 2-2 splits on Miramar, or they'll go 1-1-1-1. They'll spread out quite nicely. So on Miramar, it's really, you know, as much as I'm all for like staying together as a squad late game, if you want to take that chance on the East Coast where there is that potential of an island finish, because you're pretty much going to be certain whether or not it's going to be an island finish by phase 3, phase 4, and by that point, you know, it should be relatively safe enough to get onto the mainland once you hold the 2-man on the main area protecting them.
All right, PUBG gods, do me a favor. 30 seconds to go, lads. You know what we're doing? We're going circle, hard shift, southeast over both islands. Yep. Still include water because we're at that life. It can happen.
Press
and then
in chat for island finish.
I am so down to watch this happen.
Okay, so let's see how these teams are now starting to rotate. We see InsideGames are going from Los Leones up to the circle area. Down south, you have Tempest, who have around Labandita that they can hold on to. Airstation Mike were already inside circle, but they're going a little bit closer to the center, which gives more space for the likes of YMCA, Quick Math, and even Unity, who had lost one player early on, to head towards around Graveyard area.
Now, Airstation, Mike, I like this already early on from them. Plenty of
Yep.
vehicles, good spots to have here. But they seem to, yeah, they do know. They have an idea where Moops are going towards. They're going to get sprayed down. Need to continue with them shots. Reggie's providing some cover fire. Double is trying to escape. More shots coming out closer towards him. But the ASM players, they can't quite engage to where they want to just yet. Hawkeye under a lot of pressure. But Reggie, he's just ready for it. You want to poke over? You want to take on my teammate? Don't even think about it, because I'm here to back him up.
Reggie Birdo is so good with those long-range shots. He's always in the background just waiting to get those shots off at anybody that peaks too high up.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
Hugstar's nade, like, looked like the perfect smoke. And then it just barreled, it like slowly went away from his teammate. You can just see their faces probably. Really? Really in the open like this right now?
Mate. And then he'll probably turn around and say, no, I did that on purpose so they'll think you're in the smoke and they'll shoot towards the smoke. See? Next level thinking.
There you go. Yeah, okay. So you're keeping him alive via that. Someone walks over the mountain and they're like, oh, there's a smoke. Oh, there's 2 people reviving.
Exactly.
You die.
Exactly.
Now, Reggie needs to be careful. He doesn't die, though. He's going on a bit of a solo mission up here. He's being shot at quite heavily from Morpheus to start off with, and ghostar is right in front of him. KnorkiS has no problem getting that knocked down. And Reggie, you protected your teammates, but where were they when they needed you most?
Don't know if that was miscommunication, possibly, because when you're 6 minutes into the game, there's a high chance that most compounds are going to be occupied by 1 or 2 people at least from a team. KnorkiS is trying to back away, and this is what I'm talking about. You have a compound, but you don't want to get too far away from it.
Well, you saw it there. He wanted to take some further shots.
Yep.
At double, but instead the Milky Way team saw him and said, no, stay where you are. You're not pushing anywhere just yet. And this is the thing, where it's already so close, where we've got so many teams expecting some horrible ending to this game, potentially on the islands, they're all grouping up very close. Look at it, just look at the map, it's like...
It's crazy.
We're all in one spot. Impala, up towards all of the coastline, is just covered and littered with teams. Tornado still need to get in. 3D Max very close to it. Northern Lights just hanging around the outsides as of now.
The good thing for the teams that are outside the circle is it does give them nice freedom of area where they can go in and rotate in some way and look from a distance, reposition themselves and see what phase 2 will offer. But quick math, they're taking shots, I believe, from Airstation. Mike trying to move a little bit more down, a little bit more protectively into, I think, a compound just kind of down south from where they are on that hill.
Now as well, when you're gambling where you want to move to,
Yes.
is so difficult because, again, already a lot of these spots been taken, but every time you move, because of how Miramar is, a lot of open areas, a lot of chances where the snipers can do some good damage. You can play the long range if you've got your 6 and your 8 times in there. You can be trying to just make sure teams stay away from wherever you are. You can control the path of who gets close to you and who doesn't.
But what I like about what Quick Math did is they did it as a full squad. Like we saw Reggie Birdo do it as a one-man army, and that at this point, it's too much of a risk, and that went against them. So at least with Quick Math moving down, if there's a squad there, higher chance that they would have pushed up against them quite successfully.
I want to see what Last Crew can do this time. They got 1 kill and 1 placement point on the opening game. They got very unlucky of how close teams were able to get to Monorangle. They've got some space to work with, as you just saw there, and they're very close to the water's edge. So they're going to see a lot of these teams roll up, and they've been there before, a lot of them as well. So they have the information they need. InsideGames, they don't want a repeat of what happened to them on shooting range. That's for damn sure. They were currently in a 2-2 split as well. Tornado. Where are you going to go? Could be running into some of the Unity players there. By El Azahar. Oh, disappointment.
Sorry, James.
So disappointing.
But let's talk about what we do have in front of us. Most of the teams are inside the circle already. That's one good thing. 3D Max are going to face pressure from the south side, as will Northern Lights, because Jokers are there. You have YMCA there around them. Sakura, fine set. This is what I was talking about. It's going to be tough for Jokers. It definitely hasn't worked out for now.
And Sakura is on his own. Had that been 2 players rolling up on him and him being heavily under pressure, not able to connect any shots, could have been game over for him. So his teammate's just coming over to help him out. And Nuctive spots out Melman. I said, be careful about these Tornado players where they're rotating to there. And they've fallen straight into the hands of a Nuctive. He's not going to miss shots like that. He's going to get the job done. And Tornado are down 1 man already just before the 10-minute mark hits.
That's why personally I'm not a huge fan of kind of scouts, right? I'm all for kind of spread now, but I know for me in Miramar, I'm just a much bigger fan of holding a 2-2 kind of split and just rotating as at least 2 people. Being in those compounds means that if you kind of get caught out, there's a higher chance you're going to get the revive off and you're going to get the counter frag.
And I think I agree with you like that on Miramar as well. Like we're talking about where it's so open and multiple times you can be shooting at one team and then you get blindsided by another. At least having those 2-2s means that if you do get picked off, you do get knocked down, you've got that better survivability chance. And I love this. Ripe, put the bike in the house. You're in a good spot. You're right on the edge. You're still in the circle. Let's make sure no tires get popped. Let's keep our vehicles going because you never know where that hard shift may go next.
Tanya, talking about position. We do a better look next time. They're rotating from the coastline, from down south past Impala. InsideGames are above. I really like where they're positioned. But now Joker's trying to pop off shots towards 3D Max. They're moving closer and closer. Found him good out of that vehicle. Because it's smoked up. So he's like, no, it's not worth dying to a blown up vehicle. He's just going to try and throw out the smokes. He has a bit of a dip that will work in his favor. As Wookie Bookie from Tempest gets knocked down to the blue zone.
Really?
That's what I could have sworn I saw it on the feed.
What you were just saying there anyway about Phantom.
Yeah.
I did the same as you because I didn't see the ridge line. I was just like, go a little bit further. Get yourself a nicer spot. But no, he saw it. He knew what he was doing. I was in that scary mode of like, there is 2 options you have here, mate, and you've just put yourself out in the open. But nope, that worked out for him. He's not done too badly. And actually, 3D Max have got a bit of space around him. Question is, where do they go from here? They're not quite center. They're closer towards it than most. But there's no room up north for them to push into yet. They were taking some shots from the YMCA boys as well. And Tempest.
Yeah.
That's not them eliminated. Hjort and Hanny are still up and running.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly it is, but...
Just day 1, you know.
Day 1.
Match 2, Miramar. Add confusion, why not? I still have flashbacks to that time it kept crashing. Mate, I've like got PTSD from watching Miramar games that get restarted over and over again.
We did have a restart in an Orango game in day 1. So it's not just Miramar.
That's fine though, that's just 1. I went through multiple in the same day.
True. Fun times.
Ooh, okay, we're staying generally central. 3D Max still going to be within it. Jokers and Northern Lights, Jesus. They're going to have to fight each other first before they make a move. KnorkiS is far away from the rest of 3D Max, but he's got a bit of where he can see over towards the road as well from this position. So what he'll be able to do is at least scout where some of the other teams are rotating to. But I do worry about if anyone wants to bother him, then he is completely isolated once again.
It's weird that if I were him, I would actually stay where he is and look to catch a couple of players out heading into the circle. Even if it means kind of taking that blue tick damage. Northern Lights actually heading in that direction. All the while, double these and wonder.
Oh, wow, KnorkiS!
Yep.
He did it, so they rolled up on him. Northern Lights came to take a fight. Maybe not expecting that KnorkiS was going to be there. Probably going to try to use the high ground to their advantage. Now KnorkiS in a really nice spot. He understands that utility is going to be used. Still got 71 points of health. Got plenty of grenades and meds himself as well. Perfectic's going to eat a lot of damage. Doesn't go down just yet. Trying to play it smart, but KnorkiS, he can't hold on. There's too many Northern Lights players. And his teammates, they can't save him. KnorkiS gets a 1-for-1. Doesn't benefit him that well, but it gives a lot of information to his final 3 members left on 3D Max.
Like, when it was always going to be hard at that point to join the rest of your team where you could have been taken out by a vehicle going across the road, I still think that was a great choice by KnorkiS. Yes, he got taken out, but getting a kill, it's an extra point for 3D Max. Most intelligent play in that situation, at least for me.
Airstation Max holding on to their ground for now. They can see a lot from here as well. They already knew where the YMCA players were. They've taken some shots at the Tempest as well.
You see Hanny's knocked down. That's going to be tough, which means Hjort.
He can get back up. His teammates have left him well alone.
But Hjort and Clib are actually rotating outside the circle to a different position as Arctics spots out, finds a Nukta from Unity. Quizzy is in the background. Grenade is going to pop out. Won't connect, although a little bit, but not quite.
I'm going to say from Unity, right? I understand Inoctive scouting forward, but when you lost the player as the first player of the game, stick together as a 3.
Exactly.
Because, like, there's no way Inoctive needed to go down there in this 3v1. Sometimes, though, that is just the way things go down. That's Hjort from Tempest. He's trying to hold on here. Klib's working his way around through the blue. He's outnumbered in this one, and Hjort's going to do the smart thing and just back away, scurrying through the buildings to keep himself going.
I don't think Klib is going to be able to survive because you have YMCA and Northern Lights popping shots off of him outside the circle.
And he's just going to cross right to read him.
Try.
Klib. I can't see what's exactly going on other than plenty of bullets coming his way. He's not even shot back yet.
And Airstation Mike as well.
Klib. This is when you need to get your bolt action out if you've got one, mate. Pull off all them one taps or just die out to the zone. There you go. Your options were limited, mate. You did the best you could do. Your teammate is now locked down within Northern Lights.
Now, the Phase 4 shift, it went up north, which takes InsideGames out of their compound. It takes 3D Max out of their compound, which means they're going to have to rotate somewhat quickly. Talking about rotating, your front Tempest final member finds deep, but not before getting not being able to survive and gets eliminated. Another kill going over to Northern Lights, but they've actually lost 2 individual members from kind of 1v1s, which, you know, I'm sure they would prefer not to happen.
I assume he's heard this. He's waiting for Faultlessly to pop up. Does he know how many of them are there, though? These are our 19-kill game players from Erangel. They had a great first start to this. It doesn't look like they're going to slow down yet, but can they deal with this engagement? We've seen BetterLuckNxTime, especially towards the end of the Group B stages, really come alive to get themselves the chance to be here. Now they've got to make it work. iZoom's been spotted off from far away, though. Plenty of shots coming in. Not exactly sure who's taking the shots at him. I think it's between ELGIGANTEN and some of the Unity players. But Snoopy finds himself getting knocked down. Mans is on top of it. But can Mans get any more done? iZoom's going to be picked off. Straight away flushed out by Artix. And this isn't going to work out this time around for Milky Way to keep all their players alive. The rest of them, they are within the compound. iZoom was further pushed up. But now they're still taking further shots. And Mans, you've got to be ready for that one.
You got to cover all angles. You got to cover all perspectives. Northern Lights get eliminated. I think, I don't know what exactly happened. I think they were just kind of saving those kill points to somebody else. Actually, no, sorry. That's a bug. There's still Odstrelovac there. The revive will come through. That's a technical glitch right there as Unity get eliminated in 14th place. That is definitely going to be a team going out. Your eyes have not been deceived.
Northern Lights are out, though. I can't see anyone else on the screen, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the last one to go. Because they had that fight with Noki in 3D Max. They had YMCA and ASM shooting at him.
Yeah, my apologies. I was thinking inside,
Colours are the same, don't worry. Colours are the same.
Suffering from a cold does not help. Either way, last crew and InsideGames. The revive came out, but with counter grenades and a lot of Molotovs popping out. Can they find each other as Jappy is inside that small building on his own, being surrounded by 2 members of InsideGames.
That nade landed perfectly. Jap didn't have a chance. Last crew going to just try and run themselves around now. Can they get any additional kills? Is there any chance to pick their last player up? Nope, Jap's going to go down. Now it's all on the InsideGames players to hold on to this. Zampeek's on the floor. Odstrelovac's trying to take the pop shots out there. But at the same time, Solar's got involved. And now this is going to make their lives very difficult. And at last crew, if they can hold on, 3D Max might be able to help them out a little bit more.
That is crazy help coming out from 3D Max. They're actually past where PG18 are, so they're actually kind of quite far away. So real nice shots coming out from 3D Max. As you said, it has kind of helped the side last crew, but with the circle shifted up away from them, they're going to have to kind of put time into their hands and end this once and for all sooner rather than later before the circle blue zone starts closing in.
But now they are in a 3v2. They've allowed the pickup to come in. Rip, you're not supposed to miss off shots like that. Does get the second one in there, but do you really want to push this? Aka! What? Great done. Confidence coming in. InsideGames, they get flattened in a situation that just seems so confusing. Odstrelovac should have had an idea that was happening.
That was like AKS was able to just kind of look at him and for a split second before going, hey, here's my bullets. Take them to your face. But InsideGames get eliminated, as you said, in 13th place, down to 12 teams, 39 players. We have a lot of teams outside the circle. ELGIGANTEN, Tornado Energy, YMCA, Airstation Mike, Milky Way, and Jokers, all outside the circle. Team moves in the dead center.
Milky Way pushing up into it.
Nice.
Tab's able to find himself holding on to this. One's going to go straight in for the flush. Man's unable to reply. They don't have the advantage. You've got Jokers on the high ground doing the best they can with this. Offstring firing back some shots at them, but it's not going to be enough to do the damage they need. Finally, the nade's going to come out, but they're just having to run away because the circle is doing so much damage in here.
Now we're seeing Airstation Mike start to come together. They're getting a bunch of kills. They took down YMCA, which gives them a lot of freedom to get in to the circle. They're 3 men strong. Hugstar, Jazza, and I don't know exactly who's left. It's ToWzErA. There you go.
Oof.
As MOORPHEUS gets knocked down and ghostar from BetterLuckNxTime.
And ghostar was so far away from his teammates. Jokers also firing at the BetterLuckNxTime players, which means ghostar, he's probably not going to be able to stand up for too much longer. Fate doing well against Moon, and he also gets the boom. Moon and the boom goes down to the hands of Fate. What more of a way can you expect to see that one go down? Jokers, they thought they had the drop. They thought they were only fighting with one team, but it just proved too much. Now can Milky Way make something of this? Because they've only got 2 more players to find. Fate is very low on health, having to pop the kit, but is it going to be enough here? Because the players left for Milky Way are looking to take full control of them, pushing in towards them, and they've got themselves closer to the circle.
True, but I would not put it past BetterLuckNxTime to get the better of Milky Way in this moment as Eyes and Wanderers finds 2 members of Team Moves. So you've got that squad fight in the center of the circle between Team Moves and PG18.
Ubica and D's working their way around. The Krent and the Wanderer have to come up and join them, but they know they've got the threats of the Moops nearby. The new circle's popped, and these are the 2 teams that are still within it. Quick map up at the north as well. They will be able to easily get their way across once they go over the road. And then last crew coming in down from the southeast. Nades getting close. Quite a good distance on these nades. But who smoked with this really? Who will this really benefit?
I think BetterLuckNxTime threw a couple of smokes in.
Yeah, but like, who does that really benefit? You threw the smokes towards Milky Way.
Anyway, we're seeing ELGIGANTEN popping towards Tornado Energy. So Tornado Energy really being put under pressure.
Oh man, you overextended. No. He went hunting for that 1 kill. He was running away, and then the rest of QuickMath, they were ready and waiting for him.
They realized they can't go up north. They have to stay in the south direction as Tornado Energy get eliminated in 10th place at the hands of ELGIGANTEN and start their final stages off.
Oh, that's Sprite!
Why those knockdowns? What the hell? Like, okay. Either way, he'll move on forward as Faultlessly and Fate down to very low health, getting very close to AK's skills as Rip is knocked down.
Faultlessly and Fate, you are tempting Fate in every way here. You fought about 3 different teams. Milky Way is still trying to finally get you done, but ToWzErA from the side, he's able to get the job done. This means they're not finished off just yet. Offstring looking for more opportunities here, but he is now the only player left alive for Milky Way.
4 kills so far. Can he make it at least 5? Gonna look for Fate. Yep. Gets that kill onto Fate. It's gonna be kill number 5 is 3D Max. Finding Airstation Mike along with ELGIGANTEN across that road. Jazza Hugstar just like that. Airstation Mike eliminated in 7th. We are down to 6 teams. PG18 still going strong on 5 kills as a full squad.
Now PG18 trying to react on this and finish off the rest of these ELGIG players. ghostar's the next one to fall. Nice. KnorkiS the only one up. He's trying to bring Marcelek up. Is that smoke going to provide him enough cover? There's plenty of time on it.
No way.
The car's shifting away slowly. Deez has a good idea of what might be going down.
Gotta be careful of QuickMath though, to north side of them. What I love about PG18 is they've been forward thinking against this blue zone. They're really trying to push ELGIGANTEN and put them under a lot of pressure. But now with QuickMath joining in on the fun, they're kind of backing off and going a little bit, okay, we need to play a little bit safer, hold our angle, hold our position. But not before. You got to look in every single direction.
The timing, ELGIG, they tried to make it work in their favor. They're trading it out. BetterLuckNxTime are going to fall down in 6th. But who's going to win this one? ELGIG think they've gone out in 5th. That might be it for them, and that's it. Done and dusted.
Just like that, really well played by PG18. They survived against likes of QuickMath and ELGIGANTEN with only Recrank going down in the process. So still ToWzErA and Wanderer with that new player Wanderer joining the team for the final stages, making an impact already.
Offstring still alive as a solo player for Milky Way, so guaranteed top 4 regardless for those guys. 3D Max having another good game as well, but QuickMath, they want to try and solidify one for themselves. They've got 4 players up with it, and they're going to start off with a knock on to ToWzErA. Question is, can the Wanderer get there in time to bring him back to life?
QuickMath, they're only on 2 kills, but they're looking confident. 3D Max, we haven't really talked too much about them, but they've definitely been in decent bit of action so far in this Miramar game. They're only 2 men strong, that's fEJK and Phantom. So right now, man advantage definitely goes over to QuickMath. But on a side note, Pelsage is outside the circles now, making his way in as we're going to see it close out.
Now, ToWzErA went down. This puts this massively in the favor of QuickMath. Question to be had is whether they can survive an onslaught from both 3D Max and PG18. Because PG18 were already dealing with them. 3D Max took some of the longer range shot at them, but now these guys are getting closer together. Yep. So how do they want to play it? Because 3D Max could quite easily come from behind and take down the PG18 players if they are not careful.
Well, I think the good thing for PG18 is they're actually getting further away from QuickMath, which gives them a little bit more space. And they should do that because they will want to focus on one team alone. And it hasn't gone their way because the closer they got to QuickMath in those seconds, we saw these get knocked down.
An Offstring. He's even taking shots at Jupsig and Salenzo. Actually getting a knock onto Jupsig. This might be the sign for the other teams to push forward. fEJK spraying through the smokes. Doesn't have any grenades to fire off over there. His D's on the floor. He might have been able to steal away. Diggory needs to be careful.
See, because even though the man advantage is in QuickMath, from a team advantage, technically they're at a disadvantage, right? Because they have 3 teams going up against them. So they've got to be very careful. And with the circle shift going down south, bit to the east, it's actually favored Offstring as he's still inside the circle.
Now, Offstring's made some noise. Phantom well aware of where he may be. Offstring is very focused on QuickMath, though.
But the good thing for Offstring is that he has so many little dips that he can actually cover behind. Like Phantom, even though he hears the noise, he doesn't see a body.
No.
So Offstring is in such a good position. All the action now is getting closer to the west of this phase 8 circle.
Oh, headshot landed on D's once again. He's only just been brought back up. He's going to heal himself up, try and make it possible for him to engage in these fights, but QuickMath just seem a little bit too strong and fast for him in terms of the moment they pop up, they get knocked straight back down.
True, but there's no, like, yeah, okay, knock them down, and that's definitely putting them under pressure from a utility point of view, but you still got to confirm the kills, right? You still got to get those points. Otherwise, we could see them stolen away.
Yes, in terms of the kill points, but in terms of placement for QuickMath here, the best thing they can do is keep the other teams at bay. True. If you're making them spend all that time, you still hold a massive advantage.
You're dead right there. You're dead right in.
This is where it kicks off. Wanderer. D's trying to make a run for it as well. It's just not going to work out. PG18, they're going to manage a 4th place this time around. They had 3rd place last time around. Not the end of the world either way. Phantom now spraying onto him. Phantom low on health. Diggory comes around. He's able to shut him down. fEJK's the only one standing now. An Offstring, he's looking to make this the best placement points possible, potentially with some kill points in there as well. But can he get round in time? We can see him down here on the solo cam. 3D Max out in 3rd. Offstring in a 1v4. Now, I've seen him hit some good shots. He's going to get another one as well. Can he do some more damage here? Jupsig. Got to be careful. If he goes for the finish off, oh, that's going to be huge. Diggory, though, just trying to wait it out. Goes to back his teammate up, get nice and close range to him. But if Diggory pops up over, he might struggle. They just spotted each other. Damage being done. Pelchik gets the job done. 8 kills and a win. 18 points for QuickMath. Fair play for them.
In fairness, I did worry that QuickMath were maybe being a bit too patient, maybe they're being a bit too passive. But you're right in terms of they waited, they got the knockdowns, they bided their time. But the second they saw it, the second PG-18 tried to get into the circle,
they were ready.
Then they connected. And the second they realized that squad wipe was out, meant that they had more room to push forward. They took down 3D Max, and then they got the final blow onto Milky Way.
And I think that was the key part, right? Is because if they wanted to try and confirm some of these kills too early, they may just be walking into a trap. And with so many other teams being down there, it's always a risk versus reward kind of moment that goes into it.
And we do see that happen far too often, where a team that have a man advantage and they'll try to play that in an aggressive way, and it'll go against them because these solo players will get a knockdown and a kill. And next thing you know, what is a 4-man team becomes a 2-man team just because of a solo player, or even 2 solo players. So that's where QuickMath, they played the waiting game. They knew they had the majority of the circle in their favor, simply because of them being a 4-man squad. They waited, and we saw it pay off for them.
And Milky Way, by the way, still had 5 kills in that game. How crazy is that?
Like, second place with 5 kills after a 29-point game, that's nothing to be sniffed at, especially for the first day of final stage.
They won't be complaining at all.
Look at it. Like, that was definitely a bit of a bad moment for InsideGames, but sometimes those things just don't work out. As BetterLuckNxTime, they were one of the teams in the group stage where they got a lot of kill points, kill points. Up in the higher end, I think they ended on something like 106 or 110 compared to the top 2 or 3 teams, but they didn't really reach the same level of placement points as some of the other teams around them. So if they can just try and balance that out a bit better coming into these games, it will pay off more for them. Yeah,
that's what it comes down to, right? Finding your good middle ground when it comes to how to pick up those kills, but also how to grab the placement points with it. But this is promising signs for PG-18, a 3rd and a 4th place to kick things off with here on our opening 2 games. I was worried about them having changed and having Yubico added to the roster, that things might slow down a bit, but they had great momentum towards the end of Group B, and it doesn't seem to have been stopping anytime soon.
No, full credit to them, especially because even though they had a solid position, you know, when we saw them go up against both ELGIG and then QuickMath, they really kind of dealt with ELGIG very effectively by being a bit more aggressive. But then the second they heard the shots coming out from QuickMath, they did back off. And, of course, at the end of the day, it paid off overall very well for them.
Only one team walking away with 0 this time around. It's going to be Tornado. Your guys, you expected to get more than the 20 kills, right? You know, just going to put that out there, mate.
Hey, putting every team in a false sense of security, okay?
Don't worry, you still got 46 games.
There you go.
Thing is, no, like, obviously I watched what Tornado have done, and especially what they did in the previous phase. They are certainly capable of getting the job done if needed. But 6 kills for Airstation Mike and a 7th place. Are they back to their old tricks again? Could it be something they can work with here?
Definitely. It's in step in the right direction, but we got to point out the fact that 4 teams are in double digits. So kills are spread out quite nicely. QuickMath getting 8 kills, 18 points. Milky Way, as you said, still 5 kills. Very good result for them.
So they had a 29-point game and an 11-point game on the opening
2 games.
Take that one. You're not going to complain about that to start things off with here. Diggory, though. Mr. Diggory-Doo from QuickMath getting himself 5 kills up on the board. The Wanderer in the same position as well. KnorkiS, despite, obviously, ELGIGANTEN this time around went out in 5th place. 6 kills in total. 4 were had by KnorkiS. Mans doing his things again with 3 up there for himself. And I think this is going to be a sign of if this can continue, right? Like we spoke about it just before. Milky Way, they hit the shots, they're feeling confident.
Yeah.
Still getting a second. What on earth's going to happen on Sanhok? I want to see them again. We got MOOPHEUS coming on Sanhok as well.
Oh, baby.
So for anyone that may have not been here on the previous weeks, or maybe just tuning in, or you've only watching on some days, I will let Cormac explain to you how good the MOOPHEUS are, because I only got to witness it a few times, but they are the true kings of everything we know when it comes to Sanhok.
Every single chicken dinner team MOOPHEUS have got in this phase so far, with just 4 really good, have all been in Sanhok. And it's not saying they haven't performed bad in the other maps, but they have been so dominant. It's like they have just really nailed down the circle shifts, the positioning, and then, of course, calculatedly aggression when it comes to the team fights, and it's paid off every single time.
Let's see if it's going to pay off next time around as well. So now we have 2 more games coming your way. They're both going to be on Sanhok. Sanhok has been a thing where we say some teams certainly feel more comfortable at it. They certainly have put the time in a bit more than others, where we've seen some teams just kind of drop the ball a little bit. Maybe they don't think that it is ready, or they don't feel they're ready for it. But end of the day, it's here. It's here to stay, and you best start practicing it if you want to compete. And that's exactly what the Moops have been doing. We're going to a break. As always, guys, we'll see you very shortly.